We are very often covering great games here on GameRanks, but what about the bad ones? Hi folks, it's Falcon, and today on GameRanks, the top 5 worst PS4 games of all time. Number 5 is Godzilla, a game that came out in 2015, and yeah, it's one of those games where at least some people involved seem to like Godzilla, but when you start off a description of a game that way, there is definitely problems. The combat in this game doesn't make any sense at all. On top of that, it is paced painfully slow. If you think watching footage of this game is bad, try playing it. Every single moment you're like, go faster, go faster, go faster, go faster. Why aren't you going faster? And the graphics, let's be completely frank, look like a friggin' mobile game. I understand that it was a while back and clearly made to be out on both the PS3 and the PS4, but it looks like a mobile game. Games on mobile now look better than this game. I don't know if you had the mispleasure of playing this game, but it was bad. It was really, really bad. Number 4 is Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 5. Hey, do you know why they made Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 5? If you answered yes and didn't say money, then I don't want to hear it. Because I can't think of a reason why anybody would have made this game. It is terrible. Like, the Tony Hawk Pro Skater series is awesome. It's such a great series of games, particularly the first couple, because they were so innovative and different. There's nothing else like it. Pro Skater 5 was kind of trying to be nostalgic towards those games, trying to cash in on those memories of doing something that cool, but the graphics actually genuinely looked possibly worse than some of the previous titles on much earlier platforms. And I know that I wasn't the only person who kind of regarded it as an insult. Well, the series had been gone for quite a while, and this was kind of like, hey, remember that? We're gonna try to do that again. It was very clear that part of the reason why it was good was because Neversoft made it, and they didn't make this one, and there was no reason to make this one because it was bad, and the reason people liked it was not because it was skating, it was because it was good. This was just something that frustrated me a ton because I loved the Tony Hawk Pro Skater games, and even thinking about this particular title is just pissing me off again. Number 3 is Ghostbusters, which I don't even know what to say about this game. I was really confused by what this game was when it came out, and that's not good, because it's supposed to just be like an easy thing to understand what a Ghostbusters game is, but when I first saw it, I was like, what is this? It turned out to be a co-op shooter, and not a good one. It has nothing to do with really anything that you might call recognizable. The characters are not in any movies or cartoons or anything that I am aware of, and the gameplay is just not good. On top of that, it ran like crap, and it wasn't even aiming for the sky with any of these aspects, especially the visuals. It had a very simplistic visual style, and it couldn't even handle that. You can say what you want about the Ghostbusters movie, but at least it knew what it was trying to do. This, on the other hand, what? Why did they do this? Oh, right, again, money. God, seems like bad games are the ones that people only make for money. Weird. Number 2 is Road Rage, a game in which you drive a motorcycle and engage in combat with other motorcycle driving people. It is a very punishing game, and by that I do not mean that it is difficult. I actually am talking about the player's ears. They are repeatedly punished by all of the awful sounds. I would point out a specific one, but it's not a specific one. It's basically any sound in the game. It's so much worse than it should be. On top of that, it looks like a very, very old game. And there's a story, which this is the type of game where I would think there would be a story in, a vehicular racing combat game. In case you didn't notice the thick sarcasm, I think that that is definitely not the truth. Ridiculous artificial intelligence that doesn't even care. It's like it knows. So maybe it's actually very smart artificial intelligence and just knows the effort isn't worth it. I don't know. There's just nothing about this game that was even vaguely good. But it's not number 1. Number 1 is, of course, Life of Black Tiger. Life of Black Tiger is itself a sham. I don't know who thought that they could release a free mobile garbage game, shovelware, literally nothing, as a game that you have to buy on the PS4. This is a game that is so bad that the marketing copy for it can't even make it sound interesting. That in mind, here's the overview. The story of the game is about a black tiger, born as a variant and abandoned by his parents and brothers, fights against human and show his love to his family. You can have a vivid and realistic experience through set in jungle, field, and forest surroundings in-game. Acting as a cruel hunter in the vast plains and fields, players are thrown into a fight against human beings and other beasts of prey. Assuming the grammar was actually right in that, it wouldn't make it better. That's not interesting. You're a black tiger, and you have bad game mechanics as you simply exist. Ooh. I'm sure that could be done well, but it wasn't. In fact, it was done so badly that there should be some form of retribution that the person has to fulfill in order for their world to be considered whole again. It is that bad. And at no point during any of the dramatic and interesting story missions of more than 40, again, I'm reading marketing copy from it, that's why it doesn't make any sense, do you feel as though things will ever be alright in the world. It's so bad, it ruins video games for a few days if you play it. Did you play any of these games? If you did, I have a feeling you have something to say. Please share it with us in the comments section. And if you like this video, click like. If you want to see more videos by us, which we upload every day of the week, click subscribe and do not forget to click the alarm bell. That'll make sure that you don't miss any of those videos, and we thank you particularly for watching this one. I'm Falcon. You can follow me on Twitter at Falcon the Hero. We'll see you next time right here on Game Ranks.